We are so excited to welcome everyone to the We Do Pioneer Awards. We Do is partnered on many initiatives with different groups within the United Nations in partnership with different We Do ambassador teams around the world, including UN Women, ECOSOC, UNEP, and more. The Women's Entrepreneurship Day organization has special consultative status with the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. At this time, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Ambassador, Mission of El Salvador to the United Nations, Egriselda López.
Hello, good afternoon. Very nice seeing you. Thank you, first of all, to Wendy Diamond for the invitation. It feels kind of weird to be here in the UN on a Saturday, but also I'm very happy to finally speaking to people that are not from the diplomatic missions, but also people that are making a difference on the ground. As our moderator mentioned, I am Egriselda López. I am the ambassador and permanent representative of El Salvador to the United Nations. And I would like to also reflect about what women entrepreneurship means. When we talk about that, we talk about gender equality. We talk also about empowerment of all women, poverty eradication, and also inclusive economic growth. Let me use this space just to tell you a little bit of what my country, El Salvador, is doing in that field, because we believe that women are important. And if we want to break violence, this cycle of violence, and also to create sustainable development, women have to be on a priority position. Just imagine that 64% of micro-sized enterprises and 26% of small and medium-sized enterprises are led by women in my country. So therefore, measures are being taken care to help women and women companies to start. There are some special programs and funds to provide women capital to start the business, and also, most recently, to alleviate the economic effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. But let's be frank, being a women entrepreneur is not always easy. Very often, women have to face gender stereotypes and negative social norms, among other challenges, to create and develop their own companies. So that's why it's important that governments consider these kind of situations to help women so they can start their own business. In El Salvador, for instance, we have the National Program for Female Entrepreneurship. This is a cross-cutting policy that promotes the autonomy and economic empowerment of women entrepreneurs through addressing and providing them with the special tools and business development services. In that sense, and what it makes me reflect on, is that if we want to make a change, especially in this field, we need political will. We need that the governments take this issue seriously. But also in this developed world, technology is crucial. And that's why also we need to provide women and also girls with all the information, with all the tools, so they can also be prepared for all the challenges in the current world. But despite the efforts made in this area, El Salvador considers that it's still necessary to make a call and to raise awareness to other member states, but to other different stakeholders about the support developing countries need to make more actions to help women and girls, especially women entrepreneurs. So let me reflect also about what we do here in the UN. There are some resolutions and some declarations that address women's entrepreneurship as a cross-cutting issue. I don't want to be very technical on it. We spend long hours negotiating these kind of documents, but not many often they become a concrete actions. And that's why we need to join hands with you, that you are on the ground, that you know the needs of the people, needs of women entrepreneurs, the needs of girls, and we can join hands to make that difference that all people are expecting of. In those kind of resolutions, for instance, the one on youth, the one of migrant workers, the prevention of violence against women and girls, and the situation of women and girls in rural areas, you can imagine that women entrepreneurship is a mean to prevent violence against women, but also to empower all women and to improve their conditions, and also to achieve sustainable development. Also, we have the Agenda 2030 that is a very important guide for member states, but also for different organizations. And this will be an excellent platform to you if you want to join and to work with other governments, because that's already a commitment that member states have agreed upon. So I'm glad to be in this room. My warmest congratulations to all the people that are going to receive the Pioneer Award. It's really feel great to be, as I mentioned at the beginning of my statement, with people that are making a difference off the ground. And I encourage you to continue working on this important issue and making a difference. Thank you.